Hi, I'm Eleni.
I'm Will.
And welcome to
Blabbermouths!
Will and I attended our mutual friend Lane's wedding this past weekend.
Oh my gosh, it was so fucking gorgeous.
I made a mistake in that when they said the wedding started at 4:30, I thought it meant like teeter in. No,
yeah.
it was starting at 4:30.
I felt like I was in a theater production.
So let me paint the scene for you.
Please.
We were staying on the property in these cabins.
Yeah, so you were like, I don't need to leave until 4:35.
4:25.
Yeah.
So I'm having a drink with the gay cousins who we'll get to.
Yes.
Who are my new favorite people. Ian has
love
hot
them.
gay cousins.
Yep.
I love them.
I've seen their Instagrams before.
Will's like, I knew about the hot gay cousins.
Yep.
I didn't know about the hot gay cousins, and I love them.
They're so
and
fun.
shout out to the hot gay cousins and one of their partners,
Oh, yeah.
Braden.
Yes.
Also hot, also awesome.
Yes, Evan, Taylor, and Braden.
And around 4:25, I'm like, we should probably, head over.
Yeah.
You know, like when someone accidentally in a movie like opens up the doors
scene
and
and everyone
everyone's
looks at
looking
you?
at them. I walk out and everyone's looking at me and I'm standing where like the bride and groom are supposed to be
You're
standing.
like, oh, fuck.
And I'm the only one. I have a glass of wine. I'm just
You're like-
walking in 4:28 with this glass of wine. I'm like, oh my God, I look
Everyone's
insane.
well, I thought we were going to be late too.
No, it was on time.
And that's what was
It wasn't Ian Gray production, so we should have known it was
Yes.
going to be punctual.
Right. They made us line up at 4:10.
What?
I'm like, God damn it. I got to stand here for 20 minutes. I stood there for 20 minutes. Oh, the amount of times I ran to the bathroom, I had to shit so many times.
My POV was whatever. We were late and there were fewer seats.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that we had to grab a seat.
Oh, sure, I
So
know.
I like literally grabbed the last seat.
Okay.
I did have an obstructed view, which is not their fault.
Yeah.
Because it was the rain plan
Yep.
and because I was late for this wedding that we've waited for. The only person I could see was Will. And I see this motherfucker all the time. And I'm going to put in the picture of my view. I took a picture. It's literally just Will's face.
Which was so funny.
So it's like a podcast of their wedding, but your face.
It's my face. You were zooming in on my big ass head.
And I literally only took the video for Blabbermouths because I'm like, I want our audience to see what I saw, which was just Will's fucking face.
Yep.
And I was like, wow, I'm so glad. Luckily, I had seen pictures of Lane's dress already, so I was like, I know what she
course.
looks like. But
Yep.
all I was looking at was Will in his bow tie, trying it, and I knew his inner dialogue was,
like,
"Don't shit yourself,
don't shit, don't fart, don't fart." Yep.
Will takes a shit, then he meets me inside by the bar.
And before we can even really enjoy a cocktail, we recognize that this venue is the famous area from Real Housewives of New Jersey where Joe Gorga and Joe Giudice get into a massive brawl. And Teresa Giudice is like, Joe, my brother called me scum. I'm leaving.
I'm not sticking with scum like you.
He just called me scum. I want to leave. Please.
No,
Joe,
it's
wait,
good.
just relax.
Relax. Hey, Joe. What? Apologize.
No!
You apologize to my wife. And then they go at it.
They run at each other and tussle.
And so
We are tussling. We are recreating this.
So me, Eleni, Philip are recreating this.
We don't stick with scum like you.
Scum. That's it. I'm leaving. Joe, he called me scum. We're leaving.
What'd you say? What'd you call me?
We're starting the day off well with content creation.
Yes, we had to get it out of the way so we
had
could
to get it
enjoy
out of the way
ourselves.
so we could enjoy ourselves. So we do that.
Mid tussle.
Mid-test, finally, that's when enter.
This guy walks up to Will and he's like, Will, I have a bone to pick with you.
Yes.
Let's call him a celebrity name.
Sacha Baron Cohen.
So then walks up Sacha Baron Cohen.
Sacha Baron Cohen, redacted name. And he's all like,
Will, why'd you unfollow me on Instagram?
right, I hadn't
And Will's
even-
like, I'm sorry, Sacha Baron Cohen, but you're a Trump supporter.
Yeah.
And I unfollowed you because you posted some weird shit.
I was not really interested in that. And
And I'm sure that was the tip of the iceberg.
it was the tip of the iceberg. And I'm like, I don't want to see that shit on my feed.
Yeah.
And he goes, basically, he's like, why are you putting me on blast? And
Oh,
I'm
he
like,
started screaming at us.
well, not like screaming, but he's like,
he was yelling.
He was like awkward and like, why are you putting me on blast like that? I go, bitch, you're putting me on blast. And I was like, if bitches want to act funny, I can act hilarious because no way are you going to pull me up on my spot I was about to say
And
on
he
my
had his
day.
arm around you. Sacha Baron Cohen
Yeah.
had his arm around Will. And also, you're missing the part where he goes, he's looking at us both and going, and what's wrong with that? And
Yeah.
what's wrong with that?
Yeah, he's like-
and what's wrong with that?
Yeah,
and literally, I've just met this man and I go, actually, I'm starting to understand why Will unfollowed you. I'm going to go.
Yeah.
And I said
you
that.
left and then Eleni leaves
No, actually,
me.
I said, what table are you at? I want to make sure we're not at the same table. I fully did say that.
You
He
did.
wasn't at table 6.
Thank God.
But I noticed Matt starts talking to Sacha Baron Cohen at the bar like 3 hours later.
Oh.
And Matt and the best man start talking to Sacha Baron Cohen and then they walk away and I'm like, I fucking hate that guy. Oh my God. And then Matt goes, I love that guy. I'm like, fuck that. Fuck fuck Sacha Baron Cohen. I fucking hate that guy. And then best man goes, that's my best friend. And I was
Yep.
like, okay, I'm gonna go.
I have a soft spot for him because we had a really good relationship in college, and I still think we do.
Yeah.
And he's
no hate. Just was really awkward
and he's
pre-cocktail.
Yeah, I don't know if this is the conversation we're supposed to have during the cocktail hour. Also, hi, how are you? It's nice to see you. I haven't seen you in like 5 years.
Yeah, he kind of came into it
Hot.
Sacha Baron Cohen, you know why Will unfollowed you on Instagram. You didn't
you
need
were
to
stirring
ask
the
him.
pot.
You were stirring the pot.
But the problem is, not only wasn't it the vibe, but it's also like, you better be ready for me to stir it right back because I will do it.
What then Will did next.
Oh, yeah.
Which
What
was,
did I-
then we have dinner, drinks start
Oh,
flowing.
yeah, we have a good time.
And Will looks at me, and I want you guys to know the music had barely started. People were barely drunk. The vibes were like still ramping up. You know when at a wedding it's like the vibes are crazy and crazy shit's happening?
Yeah.
That wasn't there yet. And Will looks at me, 10th Moscow Mule in hand,
Probably.
and goes, should I do a somersault right in the middle of the dance floor? And I was like, yeah, do it.
Yeah. You egged me on.
Oh, totally. Molly, the maid of honor, was like, don't. And I was like, do it.
Yeah. I think I
And
was like,
Will-
hold my drink.
And you think he's going to go clear the dance floor? No, he just starts somersaulting in a sea of people, running into people.
My big ass legs were
Big ass
hitting
legs.
people.
And it was really bad and it looks like it hurt.
It actually was like one of the worst somersaults I've ever done.
Probably because the dance floor wasn't clear and there wasn't enough room for your 6'4" body
I know,
to
yeah.
somersault around
There
people.
really wasn't.
But do you want to know what Will did? Instead of going, ow, that was a bad idea.
I did it like three more times.
He did it 3 more times, but this time he said, okay, you guys, could you please clear the dance floor? But this is the kicker. Did you fart?
Oh, I can't remember if I farted or not. I must have farted.
Definitely did because he somersaults ass in the air. And then all of a sudden I'm like, me and Molly look at each other and we're like, he just farted. You're like,
And
mid somersault, you just farted
And
somersault.
that was when I split my pants.
and
immediately
then he
after.
split his pants.
Yep.
Fuck, I didn't mean to do that.
When
Pants.
everyone was like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, right, for sure.
Why are you somersaulting?
Yeah.
No one was like taking a video.
No.
It was more of like a, what's going on?
Yeah, right. Somersault at the previous wedding that I was at was a massive hit.
You want to know? I think it had potential just maybe an hour later.
Yeah. Then I was like, yeah, like let me get out of the ripped pants that I'm currently wearing.
Mm-hmm.
And thank God I was wearing blue underwear. I got a lot of compliments about that when I reposted your story of me with the split pants. They're like, thank God your underpants
You're like,
are
this
blue.
ain't my first rodeo.
Thank God I didn't shit myself because that would have been such an ugly sight.
Right, it would have just gone right out the hole
Yeah,
in the
right.
split pants. That's
Right.
Also, guys, producer Megan is back.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, she's back in the studio. Producer Megan, we
She's
miss
in
you.
the studio.
In honor of you coming back, what do you have anything to say about this pants splitting incident?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I did witness it on Instagram shortly after it happened, and so I was very excited to hear the full story behind
The
it.
backstory behind this.
I was
Yeah.
like, this episode is going to write itself.
It did after that split moment and the New Jersey Housewives recreation, and then of
Yeah.
course the Trump altercation.
Yeah, that
It
was a lot. Will
really-
just had to somersault it out.
It was a play in 3 acts.
And if you're going to invite Will to a wedding or any event, know that he may somersault, he may split his pants, but he is going to be a good time.
yeah, I'll certainly do my best to be a good time.
I do want to compliment you. I thought of the whole wedding, there was a lot of speeches throughout
Yes,
the wedding.
yes.
The 2 best speeches of the whole weekend were Lane's dad and yours.
Oh, thank you.
Yours
That's
was
very
so
sweet.
good.
I appreciate it.
I think that Mickey could have took some notes from you.
Oh my gosh, no,
That's the
I
best
love
man.
Mickey. He did great too.
The people at my table were timing him.
It was
his
like 11 minutes.
His speech was 11 minutes and 50 seconds.
They do say you really shouldn't be doing long speeches at weddings.
But Mickey loves Ian so much. We knew
I
it
know,
was going
and
to
I
be
liked
long.
hearing everything that he had to say because it also painted a picture of like their relationship to me. But I had given a speech at the rehearsal dinner because I knew obviously I was not going to try to steal the mic at the wedding to give one, and I wanted to. It was like the shortest time I've ever spoken in public
You did
because
great.
it was right off the heels of my previous. I gave like a maid of honor speech at my girlfriend's wedding, Brittany, the week prior. So I would think I was coming right off that high. I did really well there too. I'll give a clip.
I would like all of you to raise your hands and keep them raised until I say drop them. All right, so raise one. One hand, just keep one. Don't be too eager, please. Okay, if you're married, put your hand down. If you're engaged or dating or in some kind of situationship, put your hand down. If you're a girl, put your hand down.
cool.
I might become a speechwriter in my next life.
Start that business, baby.
You know, I could do that. I could start a little side hustle on TikTok.
So it was a successful wedding weekend.
Success.
Ian, I love your hot gay cousins.
Very hot. But I'm obsessed with love, even if I don't get any at the end. I'm obsessed watching
Did you
it.
meet anybody at the wedding?
Of course, I officially met the hot gay cousins, but you know, I was a menace, so I like stayed away a little bit because I didn't want to scare them.
There was a moment at the after party where
Oh my god, did I talk to one of them?
you said something to me that I was like, oh no.
no.
Do you not remember?
Yeah, of course I do.
I was like, I love these hot gay cousins. And you were like, me too. And you said something dirty.
Oh god.
And then you put your arm around one of them.
Oh my god.
Do you remember that?
No. So Anyways.
I had a little bit of a viral moment.
Yes.
I'm going viral for having this baby at the US Open.
The way that you just said that, it's like, I'm pregnant and I just had a baby at the US Open.
That's my baby. She's iconic. iPhone case, lip gloss on it.
So backstory here,
Yes.
and people keep being like, whose fucking baby is this?
Sure.
My best friend, Bella Buck, who I don't know if I've shared the lore here before, but I went to Greek camp a million years ago, met Bella Buck. She's from Michigan.
Yeah.
Then went on to do Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Bella Buck visits me and she goes, oh my God, we have to get lunch with my neighbor. I was like, I don't want to get lunch with your fuck ass neighbor. Like,
Oh, yeah.
whatever. We get lunch with her fucking neighbor. Who's her neighbor?
Your boyfriend.
My boyfriend, Matt, my little soulmate.
Right.
The point is, she is his neighbor. I visit them all the time whenever we go to Michigan with Matt's family, and I'm super close with her family.
Yeah.
And she has an older sister who's not much older than us, and her sister has this adorable baby Stella.
Yes.
And they're a huge tennis family. It is a community.
Yeah, for sure.
They be hardcore tennis
Yeah.
people.
It's kind of like I would imagine like how Disney adults are for Disney, but sports players are for tennis.
Kata and Bella visited me because they love the US Open. I got them tickets, and we had one press pass that Zoe and I got through Betches.
Yeah.
And we were doing content, whatever, with the US Open all week. But this press pass like let us into like these parts of the Open where the celebrities do like the catwalk.
And they can like, you can go kind of very close to them.
Yeah. So we have the press pass, we run down. And Bella, out of a whim, just grabs the baby, and the baby has this helmet.
I know, it's so cute.
So cute. She's really adorable.
Why is she wearing the helmet? Can I ask?
Yeah, it's totally fine. I guess she has a little bit of a flat head.
Yes,
'cause
that's
they're
what they want to
growing.
prevent. They want to prevent a flat head.
So it's just to shape her head better.
Yep.
And it's super normal, super fine.
Oh, yeah.
Her aunt, Bella, just decides to like stick her out over the ledge
Yep,
of
perfect.
this thing, like footballing the baby. And
They're like, just
and
sign the
Carlos
baby.
Alcaraz signs the baby.
Oh.
Fast forward, he just won the US Open.
Oh.
He literally won the whole fucking thing.
Wow.
And that was our first sign of the whole day.
Wow. So, okay, this helmet could go for a lot.
Oh, and we're riding on a high.
Yep.
It also sounds like Baby
Baby
Stella,
Stella.
predicted the win
Wow.
of the US Open.
Because Megan's onto something.
Okay.
So basically, this happens, and we're kind of, it was not planned.
No, yeah.
And we were like, holy shit, that was so fun, so funny. We should keep doing that the rest of the weekend.
Yep.
Guys, we didn't watch any tennis. Like, we like
That was-
barely watched any
that
tennis.
became your mission
It
now.
became running because you want to go and get the helmet signed the second a player's done playing.
Right.
So it became, we had to be at the gate at end of every match
Everything.
and have her signed.
Yes.
And so we were just like running around doing this. And then there's like a practice court where they go practice.
Oh, so were you able to get some there too?
Well, everyone's like waiting there by the gate, and we're like waving at Coco, and we're like, Coco, Coco,
Yeah,
Coco,
Coco.
Coco, off. And they like, she doesn't talk to anyone or come. The players have to like come out to
Yeah.
the public section. And I see the security guard, and I see all these people walking by with passes, and I'm like, Kata, give me the baby.
Yeah.
I grab the baby, just walk through security with my pass.
Oh my God.
And just walk into like the fucking VIP
They
private area.
probably think that they're not going to interrupt a woman with a baby.
Or a pass.
A pass too, of
But I
course.
want to say there was something about the baby and the stroller that made us so VIP all weekend.
was gonna say.
It was like, oh, you have a stroller? Take this elevator.
Yes.
Oh, you have a baby? Walk right
Right,
here.
right.
Like being with this baby felt like being with a celebrity all weekend.
That's nice.
Who like, oh, it was incredible.
It was like they were the key to unlock all the different doors.
I was friends with the bomb sniffing dog people.
Oh, love that.
I was friends with the security guards.
Love.
I was friends with the coaches.
And then at that point, the baby started getting famous.
Oh, and then the baby started getting famous.
Right.
And so I started posting on my Instagram story. So
Yeah.
then we're at the practice court. We missed Coco. The next person to walk out is Arena Sabalenka.
Okay. Who also just won, and
Who
you told
also
me.
just won. So the baby really did predict the winners.
Yeah.
because those were the first 2 signatures.
Interesting.
Belle starts yelling at me. This old white man is like standing there and she's like, go get blah, 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 blah. She has me sign it. The amount of people who know this man, I've never heard of this man.
Who? What's his name?
I forgot his name. Yeah, apparently he's like my mom said he was the... Yeah, who's that? John McEnroe.
So since I am much older than the two of you, so John McEnroe was a very famous tennis player. He like very iconically was kind of known as like an angry guy on the court.
I will say he was giving angry energy to all the
Yeah.
people asking for his autograph. He was like, no!
Yeah, he's
and then I was like,
he's
can you sign
notorious.
this baby? And he goes, oh, okay.
I'm dying that the two of you have no idea. Who, like, because he's one of those athletes of our time that even if you know nothing about a sport, you're like, of course I know that. You know, it's like, yeah, I know Babe Ruth.
Like LeBron
you know,
James
yeah.
and-
I posted on my Instagram, I was like, allegedly, this is John McEnroe. Never heard of this man.
And everyone was like,
I've never gotten more responses.
Wow.
I'm like, had no idea y'all were such John McEnroe fans.
yep, you posted rage bait for people.
Posted
not for
rage
you.
bait, and not on purpose.
Not
I
on
just
purpose.
like really didn't know.
That's fair.
Then we're at the practice court and we're like sitting down and her mom just screams, there's Coco, run. So I start sprinting with the baby and I'm screaming, Coco, sign this baby. She was so scared.
Oh, yeah,
because I'm running at her. The baby's scream crying.
Oh my God.
This poor baby. I'm running at her with the scream crying baby and she literally is signing the baby and she's going, I'm so sorry to this baby.
Oh my
It's
God, yeah,
I
you're
feel
like-
so bad.
Yeah, wait, this poor baby Stella is going to be so traumatized.
Yeah, but she's going to have the best fun fact for life. And then it just went kind of viral. It's been
Yeah.
on Good Morning America, Today's Show. I believe they spoke with CNN Canada yesterday.
Okay.
I'm getting lots of ESPN covered it.
Okay, so the press circuit, she's alive and well.
Baby Stella is really taking over the U.S. Open with her cuteness.
Did
She's really freaking cute.
Did you plug that, we run this podcast called Blabbermouth to people while you had the baby Stella?
I did not. I did give Betches the shout out.
Oh, yes,
Every
yes.
news outlet, I was like, I work
Yes,
for
we were
Betches
listening,
because, we got the press pass.
Yes.
And if we want Baby Stella to phone into this podcast, we could take advantage.
We could totally get her in here.
We could totally get her in here. She's
Caitlin
super
Bristow
fucking cute.
and baby Stella,
Our
our
two
first
guests.
two guests.
Yeah, and so that was my U.S. Open thing.
So that was perfect. The VMAs were last night, and you wouldn't know it.
And no one cared.
We worked it a little, but there wasn't really much to do coverage on.
The only thing I saw was Ariana Grande saying, thank you, gays.
Thank you, gays, and thank you, therapists. I'm like, totally respect that. I would say
Those
the
are
same
my
thing.
two favorite people in the world, my
Yep.
therapist and my gays.
How fun is this? Lady Gaga, she's been performing on her Mayhem Ball tour, and she pushed her concert back. Her concert was in Madison Square Garden. She came, did the red carpet. She was sat next to Ariana Grande, which I loved because Ariana Grande, Lady Gaga, best duet of all time, Rain on Me. So that was sweet seeing them reunite. And then she accepts the award for Artist of the Year because she's having a pretty big year. And she's like, I'd love to stay for these performances, but I got to get my ass to Madison Square Garden. Gets to Madison Square Garden, does a whole performance of Abracadabra and her new song, The Dead Dance. And then she's doing a whole show. And it was like, everyone was like, wow, this is like the gag of the century. She's like, all right, I'm booking it. I got my award. I'm out of here. So that was really cool.
I love that. I think that she loves her fans so much.
She does. And that was sweet because I'm like, oh, it's fun to see her at the VMAs.
Because she did that for the fans.
Yeah. And she has had some iconic moments at the VMAs, like the meat dress, the paparazzi blood.
Yeah, she's paying homage.
Yeah. So, but there was none of that anymore here at the VMAs. They just seem like we're just watching award shows are dying.
The prestige is not there anymore because
Yeah.
it's become such a show.
Yeah,
It's
and
not
no-
about the music. It's
Nope.
not about the outfits. It's become so about the
what can be manufactured.
what can we manufacture into a viral moment.
Yeah.
You can't force
can't
virality
force
like that,
it.
except for obviously
Oh,
Baby
yes,
Stella, which I
of
knew was going to go
course.
viral.
There you go.
But it's I feel like people do go to these things. I love Doja Cat.
Yeah.
But I do think the biting the lipstick was a bit
Yeah.
for social.
Cable TV's dying. And then on top of it, nobody likes award shows as much because people don't buy into them. I'm so happy for when I did grow up and when the VMAs were actually good.
Yes,
basically
Britney.
speaking to all those famous moments with whether it's Britney, Madonna, Jay-Z, and Alicia Keys, and
You didn't get that stuff from
Yes.
artists other times of the year.
those were the most personal moments we had with artists.
And musical performance moments. Now we
Yes.
get a million different kinds of consumption of
Yep.
these artists and this media.
Yeah, 'cause we
that
can-
it's
now we
you
have
don't need that.
personalized interactions with these celebrities that it's you no longer care to see them at award shows because I can see them on my phone later
Yeah.
that night.
But after the Las Culturista Culture Awards,
yeah, they're the ones I think we got to watch for. They're bringing award shows back.
that's the only award show I want to watch.
Amen to that. You know what people are giving a shit about? Sorry, VMAs. The White Lotus just announced where they're going to be filming the next season, and it's going to be in France.
I feel like I wanted like Greece.
Of course, bitch. I know, because what did we have first? We had Hawaii, Italy, and then we had Thailand. I feel like this would be the really good opportunity to have a crossover episode with The Summer I Turned Pretty, and then they kill Belly. She's the death.
You're crazy.
She's the death in the
She's
White
the
Lotus.
death of the White Lotus.
She is, because she is so insufferable to me still. So sorry, girl.
Conrad and Jeremiah.
I'm excited to see who will be the cast. France, maybe it could have been somewhere else, but
Speaking of deaths in a foreign country, I'm really
oddly specific.
watching the Amanda Knox special right now on Hulu.
On Hulu, it's like
Have you watched it?
I've been waiting. I knew their episodes were coming out like
Yeah,
weeklies.
I didn't know that and I fucked up.
Okay, there's I think like 4 or 5 episodes out right now, and it's the other insufferable girl, actress that I don't like from Tell Me Lies.
Oh, I like her.
Oh my god.
This is the other thing.
Maybe
okay.
I just hate her character on Tell Me Lies.
Well, you know what? It's interesting you say that because if you're not up on the Amanda Knox trial,
Oh yeah.
one, I've been like way late to this, but obviously it's like a thing. Are you up on it?
Amanda Knox has become like more of a staple in pop culture as of late, I feel
Yeah.
like. And she has a podcast. I think she has a book. Like
I can give you a brief summary if you want it.
of her currently. I know how like she was exonerated, but like she
Well,
was
I can
charged.
give a brief summary for the audience.
good.
Basically, she was abroad in Italy.
Oh, I know the
Yeah. And her roommate gets murdered.
Yep.
And the police like accuse her of the murder or like think it's her. And they basically like target on every single odd behavior she has.
Yep.
And like it's a series of unfortunate events, honestly.
It really is, yeah.
And they like find this other guy's DNA who like lived in the basement, and they find his DNA all over the place, inside the victim,
Yeah.
on the victim. They find blood in his stuff.
Yeah.
Like they literally find all the evidence that he did
The
it.
qualified evidence, yeah.
And but she's still in jail. And
Yeah.
instead of like this exonerating her, they hold his trial separate from hers. He gets partial guilty, but then they still have a trial with her and her boyfriend at the time.
Yeah.
Where they basically try to like accuse her of having this like sex orgy murder cult.
Yeah.
That literally was rooted in like zero truth.
For whatever reason, they just wanted to use her as a scapegoat
Yeah.
and like hated Americans.
They hated her,
obviously.
and I think that they had
Tourists.
said it, and then they were like, well, we can't
Yeah.
look dumb, but it's like,
People still think Amanda Knox did it, but she's been exonerated now. She was arrested twice and then exonerated.
Yeah, but she wasn't exonerated for slander. So this is why it seems it's come back now, is that she was charged with slander for blaming her boss of the crime, like immediately after the murder.
Interesting.
And then most recently in 2025 in the Italian court, they upheld that slander charge. So she's like not fully exonerated.
Oh, right.
which
technically.
they
Don't
cover
they-
this in the show.
Oh, okay.
They show the scene. They show the scene where she signed the document that said he did it, and it's awful. And like this is obviously her truth, but like I do believe it because the boyfriend had a similar experience.
Okay.
Basically, what they do in the show is they show the way they were interrogating her, and they had her for like hours on end. They
Yeah.
didn't record it.
Yep.
She didn't actually know she was being interrogated. It was
Yep.
like her boyfriend was there being interrogated. And I guess when they were interrogating him, they started like hitting him, and then he basically said her alibi was that they were together.
Coerced. It was coerced.
Yeah, their alibi was that they were together. And then when they were interrogating the boyfriend, he basically said we weren't together. So then they walk into her room and they were like, well, he's saying you weren't together. So she's like panicking, thinking that she's being accused.
Yeah.
And then they're like hitting her on the back of the head, and they're going through her phone, and they're like, who's Patrick? Who's Patrick? And that's her boss. And they're like, you texted him, see you later. And she's like, that's just like a term, like see you later. They're like, no, you clearly had plans with Patrick. Who did it? Who did it? And then they like put it in her mouth, and they were like, did you and Patrick like murder
right.
and kill her? And she's like, no. And she's like, and they like basically like said it. And then she eventually was being like berated so hard that she basically goes, I guess it was Patrick. And then like while she's like in this state, they make her sign this document that says he did it. And honestly, it is awful. Like he was an innocent man with a family who had a business who also got dragged into it. But at the end of the day, it's at the fault of the police interrogation.
Yeah.
But she did sign this document. And then like they show in the show, and which is on record, that like 30 minutes after she signed it, she ran back in and was like, I don't know why I said that. Please undo that.
Oh,
How do I undo it?
interesting. Yeah.
And she was like, you guys, like, I was so confused. And she
Yeah.
tried to undo it like literally 30 minutes later.
God.
And then they were like, no, you sign it. And they used that her confession
Yeah,
throughout
as,
the
like-
whole case. They were
yeah.
like, well, then why did you confess?
Yeah, right.
And then she's like, because you were like berating me.
Yeah.
And then they're like, no, we didn't.
It was a forced confession.
They're like, we're the police. We wouldn't hit anyone.
Yeah, right.
Like, it's like crazy.
I know. I'm excited to watch it because I feel like that was such a miscarriage of justice for her. And it's obviously defined her whole life. It still blows my mind that it holds so much weight to this day, too. And now, especially with this show.
Well, and the reason I brought up that you hated the girl from Tell Me Lies
Oh, yeah, she
is I
annoys me.
think that she is supposed to be a little insufferable.
Yeah,
But
in
that
that
doesn't make
show,
her
or-
in life.
Oh.
In life and her, and she says this about herself. She's like, I am a quirky girl and I'm not a likable girl.
Oh,
and
I'm
people
sorry then.
were
I take
saying
that
to
back.
her, like, she's so unlikable. And it's like, yeah, but she wasn't meant to be a reality star.
Hmm.
That doesn't make her a murderer that she's unlikable.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen interviews of her and she is, I do think in a TV
Who,
relationship,
Amanda Knox?
I do think she is a little unlikable.
Who, Amanda Knox?
Yeah, I do think she is an unlikable. She does give me I don't really like you, but that
Oh,
doesn't mean
yeah.
I think you're a
Well,
murderer.
yeah, I know. That was the other issue. Like, it's kind of like paralleling to the Karen Reed story. Karen Reed was unlikable, and people were like, "She's a bitch. She's a murderer."
Yeah,
It's
she's
like,
a sociopath. It's like, no, I just don't
no,
think
I
that
think
she's.
I think Karen Reed just has resting bitch face.
Yeah.
and I think the same. And at a time when it was
Yeah.
even felt. Like that was magnified even more. Amanda Knox suffered from that.
Yeah.
Her not just reputation, but
Yeah.
like the public trial of it
Yeah.
all, not just like the actual
Yeah.
real trial.
It's a really good show. I'd recommend watching it.
All
I
right,
think
I'm
that there's
excited
a lot
to
of
watch it.
criticism, like of her making money off of this. But to
it's
be
like,
fair,
this is
like
her life, right?
to be
This is
fair, they have completely. She can't apply for a regular job.
No, she cannot.
Like,
she needs-
so
yeah.
I get it, and I think she was saying that this is like her first chance to tell her
story the right way.
in her words
Yeah.
and not letting other people tell it. And you know what? I respect the hell out of that.
Amanda Knox, you get the gay stamp of approval. Whoosh. You deserve it, and I hope you make billions off this TV show.
You want to know what does not have my gay stamp of approval?
What?
These SNL castings.
Oh.
These SNL updates.
Well, the firings. I mean, or I don't know what you'd call them. Firings, contract not renewed.
Yeah.
I want to watch. Talk about wanting to watch a documentary on something like I want to watch like what happened there. Why is Heidi Gardner not being asked back? Why is Please Don't Destroy being broken up by?
I know. Do
That
you
was
think they want
devastating.
that?
I don't know.
No.
And like a lot of the stars who were let go from SNL are like, oh my gosh, it was toxic, but it was really fun. It was like they basically talk about how it's like I can only imagine working at SNL is like a love-hate relationship, but I can't imagine anyone walks away from it and is like, yes, I'm walking away from it. Unless you're like, if Bowen Yang was not coming back, I'd get it because I'm like, he's got so much going for him. Whereas other people who might have been leaving, like there were a few cast members who were still starting their careers in comedy that they're leaving after 3 or 4 seasons. And I'm like,
I'm still not over Chloe Trost, which was 2 seasons ago.
Oh, Chloe Trost,
She was
I
like
know.
a standout star of the whole season. You can tell with Chloe and with other cast members who post their like announcements
Yeah.
that it's a little animosity.
Yeah.
Because they always like word it in a way of like, not by my choice.
Yeah, right,
like
right.
they always word it like, to my surprise,
Yes.
I will not be returning.
yeah. There were a bunch of other one-season wonders of
Mm-hmm.
SNL that are like these massive stars. Like I think she had referenced like Julia Louis-Dreyfus
Mm-hmm.
and a couple other comedians that it's like, wow, you didn't even know that they were only on for 1 season, and like look at them now.
Yeah. In Mindy Kaling's book, she talks about doing a trial week as a writer on SNL.
Oh, really?
And being like the worst week of her life and hating
really?
it. And she's gone on to have a very successful
God,
career
yeah,
in
Mindy
comedy.
Kaling, yeah, for
I think
sure.
it's just one of those things that's not for everyone in
Everyone.
comedy.
Yeah.
And it also has become in the comedy world this like stamp of approval of
That,
like,
like, you're an official
you are
comedian.
the comedy of comedy if
Yeah.
you've done this and succeeded at it.
Yep.
And I think it used to have that effect.
And
I
now,
don't know if it does anymore.
well, it's funny. Like, and you think of some of the people who are on SNL that there's a lot that people have forgotten about. Like, for example, I forget her name, but she's on The Bear. Abby.
Oh, yeah.
She's the sister of Carmy, of Jeremy Allen White.
Mm-hmm.
And she was an SNL cast member for like 5 years. We didn't really hear from her until she
Yeah.
was back on The Bear. And that's not really, to me, in a comedy. So,
I love The Bear and I think The Bear is a comedy.
okay, fair.
It's a different kind of comedy, but I'd be LOLing.
Yes, it is.
If you don't have trauma, The Bear's not funny to you. If you don't have family trauma, The Bear's
yes.
not funny to you.
I highlight that.
If you
because-
enjoy Christmas with your family, The Bear's not funny to you.
It's not a show about a restaurant. It's a show about alcoholism.
Oh, that okay.
100%.
I respect that.
You
And-
like spending Christmas with your family, which is why you don't find it funny.
No, I find it. I find it funny.
The Thanksgiving scene where she bursts in the door,
Listen, I thought that was a phenomenal episode.
but you didn't laugh.
I had moments before
I
laughed.
watched that and I was dying laughing. I was like, oh my God, like this is something that would happen at my
At your
family.
thing, yeah.
And I knew that I was right about this because when I went and talked to my mom about it, she took the the side of the mother. She was like, I felt so bad for her, and I'm like, and that's why this is funny to me.
This is why we have feel
and why this is like too real.
Yeah, even people who go on SNL and they leave SNL, it's not like that majorly impacted and helped their careers. Maybe it was the kiss of death, or it didn't even do anything, versus like other people still becoming famous.
It is giving hope that you don't just have to be this person that is like in the comedy scene doing stand up every night underground.
Yeah.
It is giving hope to the internet personalities.
Yeah, because Veronica, what's her face?
Veronica is cool, has been
Veronica's
casted.
cool.
And
Yes.
she's like a major internet Gen Z girly.
Yeah.
If you don't know
She's
who
so
she
funny.
is, she does these like skits online with Kyle.
Yeah.
And I've been following them a little bit. It's like very Gen Z-y humor.
Yep.
But she has this like TikTok sketch thing that she does.
Yeah.
And I was shocked when she was casted, but it is one of the, besides Please Don't Destroy, which wasn't, I would say, Please Don't Destroy, and that other girl who does like the songs, they're definitely leaning into casting via internet people.
Or they're like, at least they're changing their approach, because I feel like you hear these stories of SNL cast members and they're like, oh yeah, it was almost like a college scout situation where it's like they're going to these comedy clubs, they're going to famous institutions like the Groundlings and UCB and all these places to find talent. But then right now they're clearly leaning into, well, we've got to think about the other people who are not in those areas, but making comedy in a different way. Totally.
I feel like it used to be like, you have to be so unknown.
Yep.
And now they are kind of leaning into this internet thing, which means there's a chance for us.
There's a chance for us. It's funny that you say that too, because I don't know.
Will's like, it's funny because I'm auditioning.
Yeah, I'm auditioning right now. No, there's a parallel for reality TV too. Andy Cohen would say the same thing about when they hired housewives or people that are like, oh, we never wanted to lean too much into the famous people. That's why like people would be like, why don't you make Snooki a housewife? And he's like, no. But now they're leaning into people who are relatively not super famous, but
we want to know.
Right, exactly. So I think you're right. There's a changing of tide in these castings.
Yep. I'm here for it.
This is our official plea. Lauren Michaels, you can cast us both.
Yeah.
You could be a scout at our live show.
If you would like to send scouts to our live show, we would be honored. There are, though, some serious celebrity dating updates.
Crazy.
I don't know if you're up on the celebrity dating.
The one that I do know really well that I'll share is like Zoe Kravitz. She I think it seems like she has a few boyfriends, or maybe it's just Harry Styles, but she was, for her new movie Caught Stealing with Austin Butler, they were like, aren't they a thing? And then quickly, she's been spotted with Harry Styles multiple times.
Did she date Channing Tatum, or am I making that up?
She did. Oh my God. They were so hot together, and she directed him in a movie that she made.
What I can't get over about her and Harry Styles is they are out and about. I feel
But
like
they look terrible.
all of a sudden you're out and about getting caught. I think, where's the poop? Where's the poop?
What the fuck does that mean?
You ever seen How I Met Your Mother?
No.
Where's the poop, Robin? It's like when your dog has pooped in the house, and then he gives you a look and you know he's pooped in the house. And
But
it's
you're like, I don't see
where's
it.
the poop?
Okay, where is it?
Where's the poop?
Well,
I'm on to you.
oh, you think Harry Styles is going to have a comeback with an album soon?
I just am like, suddenly you're out and about with Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah, true.
You want to know what I think it is?
What?
He allegedly used to date Olivia Dean, and now like she's having a moment. Maybe he's trying to make her jealous.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, Harry Styles, then he was also seen with, speaking of reality TV, he was at a wedding walking with Carol Radswell up the stairs.
yeah.
Which was, Carol Radswell actually looks unrecognizable. She looks great.
Carol Radswell hates us.
Right, yes.
What was that about? She was mad at us for posting like a TikTok.
Oh, maybe it was a TikTok. I can't even remember now.
She was really pissed at us. She was like, this is blah, blah, blah. It's
Yeah.
like, Carol Radswell, take this a little less
It's not that
seriously.
deep, girl.
It's not that deep. We're joking.
We love you,
and
girl.
it wasn't that deep.
Sorry for causing internet beef with you.
We can
but
find what it was.
Yeah.
I think she hates us.
She probably does.
So we can say
But
that.
I love you, Carol Radswell, Queen Carol.
Harry,
Yeah.
get away from her.
Harry, you could date me. You're very handsome. So if you want paparazzi stage pics, I'm more than happy to show up and do that with you.
Well, other updates is Austin Butler's allegedly dating Emily.
Oh, Emily Ratajkowski.
Yeah.
Oh,
who I don't really.
Amrata.
I don't like her.
Oh, I like her. I think she's kind of cool.
I don't know why she annoys me. I think that she did something that annoyed me a while ago, and I can't remember what it was.
Sit with that.
Why is she famous again?
She did that jeans campaign where she had like giant jeans, and
Oh.
it was like fat phobic.
Oh,
And I think this is like the third thing she's done that has pissed me off, and I just was like, "You're annoying."
the third thing being that.
She just gives me pick me energy.
Okay, I'll have to.
But I don't
look
like
into that.
Austin Butler either, and I think that checks out.
Okay.
And then Glenn Powell's allegedly dating Olivia Jade.
Olivia Jade, she's the one that Lori Loughlin, her mom, got her into college to the cheating SAT scandal or whatever.
The crew scandal heard around the
The
world.
crew scandal. Yeah.
Are we just gonna forget about
I
that?
think we've forgotten and
The
forgiven.
way, you know what? No one is canceled, I guess, anymore.
No.
That was literally fucking crazy.
I know,
To
that's-
get into USC.
And like she wasn't even going to classes and shit. It was just to like get her in there.
You
Oh,
really
girl.
needed to do that to get your daughter into USC?
Girl, love people who like love you back and are good people. I mean, I'd like to think I'm a good person.
You're saying you want Glenn Powell to end up with you?
Yeah.
And then Orlando Bloom has broken his silence on Katy Perry.
Oh, what's he saying about her?
I have to read you the exact quote.
Oh.
Orlando, while promoting his new movie, The Cut, remained positive
He's
with
still
Today
making
Show
movies?
host Craig Melvin when asked about his breakup. There's been some personal changes in your life since you were here last time, Melvin noted.
See, that's a great transition right there.
How are you doing? An upbeat Bloom replied, I'm great, man. I'm so grateful. We have the most beautiful daughter. You know, when you leave everything on the field like I did in this movie. What?
Or he's like,
I feel grateful for all of it.
okay.
So he's tied it back to the movie.
Okay, yeah. That's
He's
like
tied his
that's a PR.
gratefulness for his divorce back to how similar to his relationship and his divorce and his daughter, which he gave his all.
That was a media
He
trained
also
answer.
gave its all in this movie and feels grateful.
Yeah, that's a media trained answer.
Yeah, that's a
we
media
need
answer.
We need Renee Rapp to come
Yeah.
in and
Yeah, that's
do
so
her
fake.
unmedia training.
Orlando Bloom,
answer.
grateful for his divorce, so grateful like
That he
he
loves
is
the
in this movie.
Good job, public
Good
relations.
job.
Good job,
I'm
PR
sure
team.
that's exactly what the cut movie
what that
is
should
like.
be about. Interesting.
And lastly, in dating updates, CEO of Coldplay scandals wife allegedly files for divorce. As Will says, fork found in kitchen.
Like, girl, come on. You should have filed for those divorce papers much sooner. You do get the gay stamp of approval. I'll give it to you.
We're giving them everyone.
You finally are doing what you need to be doing. I hope you make billions off of that divorce.
We
Yeah.
knew that was coming. 1, 2, 3.
Why is this trending? That was pretty good.
Our hottie of the week is Mr. Fantasy,
Mm.
who is allegedly KJ Appa in a wig.
It's definitely him, but
There's been no
there's been no
confirmation.
confirmation. Yes.
KJ Appa or Mr. Fantasy has just appeared on TikTok as Mr. Fantasy.
And he's like singing or something, right?
and is releasing a serious music career.
Oh.
Like this is serious music.
I thought it
being
was like a
released.
joke.
No,
It's real.
Music is being released.
Oh.
Which is very interesting because we had KJ Appa in this office.
Yeah.
And he was chronically offline. Like we did
Yeah.
How Online Are You with him, and he was extremely
Bad.
offline.
He did terribly. He just didn't know what he was doing.
He was like, I don't
Or
even
saying.
know anything, mate. Like he didn't know
Yeah.
anything.
Hey, and remember so much so that there was a trending sound from his own TV show that he was in, and he was just like, that sounds like that was one of my friends. And it's like, bitch, no, it was you in the show Riverdale.
I dropped out in the 4th grade to run drugs to support my nana.
Sounds like a friend of mine. What is that?
I dropped out in the 4th grade to run drugs to support my nana.
Oh.
That means you haven't known.
That's crazy. I see. That sounds like a friend of mine, and it is.
And it's funny that he is so offline,
Yeah.
but now becoming like a chronically online
It's kind of
king.
like this generation's Hannah Montana.
That's what they're saying. So, Mr. Fantasy, we see you and we're excited to see what you do next.
Yeah, maybe you can save us in this music drought, and we'd love to see you at the VMAs, possibly the Grammys, or even better, the Las Culturista Awards.
I do want to say if Mr. Fantasy was at the VMAs, I think it would have been a bigger hit. And before we wrap up, I do want to say I got sent some PR that also sent PR for you. We mentioned on this podcast eons ago about Gabby Whitney doing a collab with Miracle Grow about
for
a full
Bush
bush summer. Let's see it. For those at home, I'm giving Will a shirt.
Oh, that's gonna, okay.
It's a crop top.
So we can see on the shirt from Miracle Grow, it says, nobody knows I'm growing a full bush right now.
And on that note,
Miracle Grow, we love you.
you can follow this man with a full bush fall,
At Will Ozer.
me at Eleni Sabrakis.
And us at Betches. But also, make sure to buy tickets to our live show, The Slumber Party.
To see this full bush in person.
Yeah. Well, that seems...
I'm just kidding.
Thanks for blabbing with us.